Sup nerds, I'm CuppaJoey and we got a new one for you today. Today we have a mix of r/onejob and r/notmyjob, where people will either not do a job they're not supposed to do or just flat outright won't do their own job. Let's have a look. Press 7th floor button for access to the 7th floor. Thank God that was labelled for me, otherwise I wouldn't know where I was going. I'm just wondering why do they only have a label for the 7th floor? Like surely if they need to specify that you need to press the button next to 7 in order to get to the 7th floor, they need to do that for all buttons. How else are we gonna know where we're going? Okay, so I know what people are thinking looking at this Big Mac, but I look at this and I'm thinking that this is a win in disguise, and let me explain why. So we all know what's happened here. They have forgotten the second patty on this burger. Now, someone weak-minded may look at this and think, oh no, my poor burger, what am I to do? However, someone strong, a seasoned Mackie D's patron such as myself would see this, then go up to the counter, and go, yo, you got my burger wrong, I need another one. And then they would go, oh, I'm sorry about that, and give you another Big Mac for free. So, this little mistake means that you just got half of a burger for free. So, what's to complain? Like, one little mistake means that you get 1.5 burgers. I would count this as a win. I mean, yeah, it's a little frustrating to see it, and then you gotta, stand up and go over, but hey, extra burger. Are you stressed? Well, I am now. Jeez. Oh, this is terrible. This is so bad. Okay, so it's like the glaringly obvious thing is the fact that if you have to try and find whatever's making you stressed throughout all of this, which, in itself is pretty freaking stressful. That I don't need to say, even though I just said it, bear with me. But, this is so personal. A couple of, examples of what it has are, self-harm and eating disorders, which, and trauma, which, as you know, is so personal. Can you imagine just going up to the the stressed board and trying to find something like that and be obviously reading it because it's all so spread out. Also things like smiling and laughing and dancing. This is obviously something that's just a PowerPoint. Email this. And the amount of paper wasted just to make this stressful is gonna be done for someone just intentionally trying to stress out everyone. You think you're stressed, you are now. Red mustard, that's exactly what it is. The only way that this could be better is if they have a bottle of mustard that it just says yellow ketchup. I'm no designer, but you know what makes a crappy design? If you have to act like your house is a level in Crash Bandicoot in order to access a room. Oh no, especially as at the bottom of the stairs, it angles down. These are very rigid spiral stairs. And even so, imagine waking up drunk. well, maybe not waking up drunk and going home drunk. I mean, if you're drunk enough to wake up drunk, that's grim. I'm not. Oh, I just feel like I gave a really dark insight into my real life. You know how it is when you wake up drunk. Oh, but man, can you imagine if someone was coming up the stairs and then you're time for the day? Oh, there are so many ways that this could go wrong. This makes me anxious. Dead. so the story behind this is that it was supposed to say cute. Oh no. Oh, this reminds me of when I was in China for a while. I saw this pair of shoes that was supposed to say sport along the side, except one of them said sport and the other one said port. I love this. I love things like this. I actually bought these really bad knockoff Dolce & Gabbana trainers. They said Dolce & Gabbana and the Disney font all over it. They were terrible, but you know what? They lasted a year. So I love terrible things like this. I really do. This makes me smile. Kids drinks. Smirnoff. No, this isn't a mislabel. This is just a shop in Scotland. Hey, Dad, get some of your vodka. I'm sorry, I can't do Scottish accent. And I mean to be fair, whenever you see like underage drinkers in the park, or maybe not necessarily when you see underage drinkers, but when I was an underage drinker, it was always like those little bottles of Smirnoff in the foreground. Like you would get that one friend that could pass for 18 and get them to go and grab it for you. And considering that was all we could afford, and we were like, oh my god, it's so I mean, it's not entirely inaccurate. Positives. The face mask is pretty. It's a nice pink. I'll give her that. You know, I like pink, hence why it's, you know, the background in my logo. But just one negative here. I have got the sneaking suspicion that a couple of those holes may be big enough for the old Rona to get through. I mean, perhaps if you stay alert and if you see the Rona coming, just, you know, dodge. But yeah, just a little bit big enough. Just, you might not be fully protected here. And this is like a Ukrainian politician as well. Just, oh, God. Oh, this still works. This definitely still works. All you need to do is on the way up the stairs is you got to reach up, hold the end of the banister. Then as you make your way up, you just sort of got to squat down as you're going up, but you'll stay safe. I mean, I don't see the problem with this one at all. Who doesn't like, you know, squatting and then elongating as they're going up and down stairs? It's pretty normal as far as I'm concerned. I think this mannequin's missing something. I'm not too sure what it is, though. A hat, definitely a hat. It was a hat that they were missing, thank goodness. To be fair, I kind of relate to this. I got a little head. I got a little head, and like when I go out and it's sunny, I put like my Pokemon cap on the largest setting, and it just over my eyes. Hey, I mean, like it protects me though. The lady I did, they were like, yeah. The hat will definitely fix it. I mean, I've seen headless mannequins before. It's not too much of a problem, but the hat. Oh, the hat doesn't go on top of the neck, mate. I'm not too sure who told you that. But whoever told you that certainly didn't have your best interests at heart. Let's put it that way. The frick is this? Okay, that Big Mac was a secret win. This. Oh no. That doesn't even look like a burger. That looks like a single falafel. Like, I have had falafel burgers where there were like 3 little falafels that have been like sort of crushed a little bit. Those are damn good, by the way. Don't knock them. But oh no. And like, oh, you can tell that this is like a fancy restaurant because the butter's been toasted. Yes, my idea of fancy is very low class, don't you? Oh, but it's like how in the fancy restaurants people pay so much for like a tiny little drop on a plate to be like $10,000. Oh no, I would be so sad if I got this. I would be like, I would like hit up the McDonald's on the way home. They effed up on my granddad's gravestone. Apparently he's still alive for another 3 weeks. Oh no! Oh, that's so bad. It's like not is like the day wrong, but it's a future date. Like, oh, like this just seems really like a grim sort of idea of when you're going to pass. Oh, I actually had a similar situation like this. My grandmother was 86 when she passed, and my grandfather had it written on her gravestone that she was 85, and like it's only a small thing, but these things should be accurate, and he was so unwilling like to call up like the funeral directors and get it changed. Like, it hadn't yet been engraved, but he just didn't want to admit that he was wrong, and it was like, oh my goodness, when it's a gravestone you don't do that. Like, I don't know how this, you know, how do you mess up on that? Like I get sometimes you might accidentally type the wrong letter or whatever, but this is something that's so important. Like someone's great, like someone's tombstone, it's supposed to be something really sentimental and importantly accurate. But oh god, poor guy. This must have been like a really awkward conversation. Hey, you think people might trip over that pothole? Nah, that's fine. I fixed it. There's no way anyone's gonna trip over this. Safety is our #1 concern. One way to get hot water. I mean, I don't know if, like, the water would be hot or just, like, freaking blow right up into you. I'm gonna go for the power wash. I don't just wash my hands. Don't just wash your hands for 20 seconds. Wash your being. I mean, I understand the whole, like, 2 birds with 1 stone thing that they were thinking here, but you're gonna end up wetter. They're supposed to dry, but they're just gonna, like, spray a load of water at you. That's the opposite of their job. Dr. Pepsi had... Wait, no. Start again. Dr. Pepper has a green lid instead of a red one like everyone else. Oh, this seems like it would be more of a machine fault than a human fault. Like, I think that this is a pretty weak submission. It's normally like when somebody's like, that'll do, done. You know, not like this. Like, at best, this is mildly infuriating, but I don't think that this is a one job or not my job types. Not my one job, boy. Yeah, gaffer tape definitely fixes everything. Oh god, Lidl. The fact it's Lidl as well, the fact that it's a discount store, discount prices, discount fixing. I mean, after a while you gotta realise that this sort of thing can't be fixed. Just to get a new one, but oh my goodness. Maybe it's not even something that needed fixing. Maybe it just doesn't work out, or it's some very creative vandalism. I don't know. That's. But even so, it's weird. Actually, I think it would be weird if it was vandalism, because at least you know, have a swear word or something. Don't just like, I'm gonna put so many lines in tape up on your side. Spartaks. The thing is that when I saw this at first, I thought it was like a knockoff brands, like that whole Satar Buksh thing, which, by the way, is great if you haven't read about it. But no, it's too accurate. It looks too close to not be a mistake. And even so, like, was it just not put in the right order? And then they were like, you know what, I don't get paid enough for this. In which case, you know, fair enough. Grandma potato salad. Grandma's potato salad only got one ingredient in it. That's ham. I'm just imagining, like... Okay, so I know that it's a mislabel, but I'm just imagining, like, this old lady, like, here's my potato salad. Boom! Ham on the table. Dig in, don't you like potato salads? You imagine, like, it's just this, like, old judgmental woman's way of, like, trying to turn her vegan granddaughter or something. Like, yeah, this is my vegan potato salad. Eat it, eat the ham. Oh, no. Oh God, they use wood. Okay, I've got no knowledge when it comes to building, but surely this isn't structurally sound. I would not want to be under whatever the hell that pillar's supposed to be propping up, because I mean, I can understand the cinder blocks, but there's wood. They're even in it out with wood. This looks like oh god, I've stumbled over that so much. But this is just like a lawsuit waiting to happen. My goodness. Get in, loser. We're going social distancing. Oh, come on. I mean, this is more of a design fail. The fact that, like, you can just see, get in, loser. I mean, even so, like, getting closer is one of the things we definitely shouldn't be doing in this climate. That's, like, a terrible advice. I mean, I know that the whole point of it is it's supposed to be, you know, oh, if you wear these face masks and gloves, then you can potentially get closer to people, but... I just noticed it said Arona as well. like they haven't got the C on the corona. Maybe they put that on the loser. It is meant to be getting loser. El amigo Tarzan. I mean, it's a similar story. While Tarzan was raised by apes in the jungle, I mean, Ash was kind of just raised by Pokemon as well. Like, son, you're 10 years old. You can go off in the world alone. God. No, not only that, I just realised as well that the Pokemon behind him are all Kirby. Like, at first I only saw the Togepi, and I was like, well, not Togepi, I think it's Togetic, but I was like, oh, that Togepi's looking weird, and then I saw the Regigigas. Why is it called El Amigo Talsa? Like in the Disney font as well. How did they get these many mashups in one go? 8 inches by 8 inches by 8 inches. Thanks, bottle company. I mean, what could happen is you're there thinking, they got the measurements wrong, and then when it turns up, you just get this like cube bottle. What do you mean you can't fit your water bottle in the Pringles holder? I mean that like 8 inches is the measurement that's lied about the most. But come on, I mean somehow I could just like, if you squint really closely, I could just about see that like the top and bottom aren't as long as like the side. Tim McKeldrin, who asked to remain anonymous. Oh no. I mean, can you imagine they're like, he asked to remain anonymous, but we were like, nah. And before he was like described as an irate short stayer, so there would have been like a problem with like some sort of holiday accommodation. And now, like, now that people know that he's pissed off enough to go to the newspaper about it. Oh, God, that's so awkward. I actually had a similar situation, like, the other way round. Like, there was a problem in my city, so I wrote a letter to the local newspaper, and it ended up becoming, like, a big thing. Like, there was an issue with the company, I won't go into details now, but what happened was I wrote a letter, like, oh, this has happened in our city. And then, like, instead of just publishing my letter on, like, the letters page, like, in a small thing, it ended up as a 2-page spread. But, like, even though I wrote my name on the bottom of the letter, because I thought, oh, it's just going to be like a letter in the local newspaper, you know, like it's just for people in the local area, it's not going to be a big deal. But because they made it a 2-page spread, it made like national news. And then like they just kept saying like the activist who asked to remain anonymous. I'm like, no, I didn't. My name's there. It's me. I'm Joey. Hi. I never said it wasn't. No, Donatello. Oh, what did they do to you, mate? Apparently, damn turtle mutant cells are mutating even more. Oh no, and the teeth as well. Hey guys. Oh no. Censorship in Russia. Oh god. Oh, okay, so like the milk, right? So we can all see that like red is coming out of the milk into a wine glass. and it's not even coming out of like the hole in the milk bottle. Which makes me wonder, do they think that she's just like drinking the blood of cows or something? But not only that, the little hot dog. Oh, the fact that Selma's got like a little hot dog that's like smoking, but you can still see like the ends in the ashtray, like right in front of her. Let me just light up this wiener. Oh gosh, oh, this is this is pretty neat. Is it wrong to love May Stepbother? Oh, I love these terrible mobile game adverts. I really do. My favorite is that one that's Lily's Garden, where it's like she's pregnant and her partner just like drives off, and it's like, download now. Like, yeah, I really just want to play the most miserable game ever. Oh gosh, but this one, May Stepbother. Well, as long as it's not your stepbrother, you're fine. Your stepbother. Also May, well, maybe if it were the June stepmother, it would be fine. The expression, the expression on the character's face is even like, look at the crap they're making me say. Yet another unrealistic standard for women. God. Do you have a broken neck that's sideways? Do you have an elongated broken neck and a bone moustache on the side of your head? Well, this blue shirt might look quite fetching on you. Oh, this is horrible. Who made this and thought, yeah, that'll do, that's about right. Oh, why the moustache? Did they like decide that they wanted to make it look forward facing, and so it looks like something out of Dr. Seuss. Yeah, looking at you pretty normal, huh? Family computer, which just seems like a standard kind of old school type gaming system until you see childhood memories. Let your child experience the experiences and happiness of parental growth. Oh my god, there's so many things to address. There are so many things to address. Okay, let's break this down. First of all, the family computer itself. Now, you can tell that this is more in the old school style. I will admit, I really like stuff like this. I really like those kind of LED games that tend to just have like 1 or 2 games on them, like in the really old style. Like, I genuinely really like those. I would probably get one of these just out of fascination of it. But so, anyway. But, oh my god, this picture right here. Okay, let's break down the let's break down the picture. Okay, first of all, let your child experience the experiences. So this is like the standard sort of broken English that you tend to get on a lot of the cheap Chinese packaging. Like when you see colours contents may vary from illustrations. Colours and content may vary from illustrations. It always has stuff like that, and you tend to get all sorts of weird phrasing. Like, nobody would say experience the experiences, but also parental growth. Surely that means that that's them sort of upgrading their parenting skills. It wouldn't be anything that the children themselves would experience apart from passively. This picture, okay. First of all, the terrible Photoshop, like, controllers in the hands. So, like, if you were gonna use this computer, well, it's called family computer, sorry, but if you were gonna use this controller, you would just balance it on top of your fist like that, you would need to get some kind of grip, like they got the thumbs over it, but other than that, it is just balancing on there, especially at that angle where it's, tilted. It would have fallen out long ago. Secondly, I just realized on like the main picture as well, you can see that the two controllers aren't even plugged in. The controllers are just going underneath. Okay. Elephant in the room. Which is worse out of the other two? Because this is clearly only equipped for 2 players, but they wanted it to seem like the others were involved. So what's better? The guy just like pretending like with absolutely nothing in there, just with this manic grin like, I'm playing too, guys. Or the freaking, I've got an apple. Yeah. Oh god. Oh. I don't know what's worse, like nothing or the apple. Especially when they're leaning forwards, like trying to look like, yeah, we're having fun too. We're definitely part of this. It's like we're giving the kid like an unplugged controller and just be like, wow, look, you're doing great. You're definitely one of these. It's just you think the stalk of the apple is a joystick. Oh, but what designer thought that this would do? So that's it for r/onejob and r/notmyjob. I do hope you enjoyed this subreddit as it was a new one to the channel. Let me know if you'd like to hear more from it, or indeed if you would like to hear from any other subreddit. Just let me know in the comments, and I will see you all next time.